Welcome back to the Blacksheep channel. Today we're going to be talking about a airgun pistol, a nitro piston airgun pistol from Benjamin or Crossman, depending upon who you're talking about. I think Crossman bought Benjamin. This is the nitro piston NP Benjamin Trail. And this one I bought refurbished. So I got a deal on this one. This normally is about a $100 air pistol. I got it for $49. I got it at Dunham's, but I think you can get it at Pyramid Air for the same kind of price for a remanufactured one, and that's what this one is, remanufactured. Because this pistol's been out for a while. This is not brand new. This came out, I want to say 4 or 5 years ago now. So there's been a lot of them out there. Some of them got sent back to the factory with issues. The factory made them perfect again, and then resells them as what's called remanufactured. So a cheap guy like Blacksheep can buy one for half price. It's a 177 nitro piston propelled air gun. What that means, if a lot of you are not up on what nitro piston means, instead of a spring mechanism in here used to propel the pellet out at high velocity, it uses a nitro piston, much like what's on when you lift up the hatch of your car and those little struts in the back holding up your glass on the back of your car. Those are pistons and filled with nitrogen, hence nitro piston. And that's where this concept came from. They're using the same kind of a concept. The advantage of a nitro piston over a spring is probably not going to last as long as a nitro piston. Spring has effects, it's called spring fatigue. You cannot cock it and leave it locked, or cocked rather, for long periods of time without the spring taking a set, fatiguing. The metal in the spring kind of getting used to where it is, and you lose velocity or reliability in a worst case scenario. But this doesn't have a spring. What I just did by cocking the pistol right now is put a piston way to the back of a cylinder under pressure, so there's no spring compressed in here. It can stay like this without any loss of power. Also, when you go outside in the cold, you're not going to lose any power with this thing. What I like about this is you've got your own propellant. You don't need CO2, you don't need a PCP tank. This is a brake barrel pistol. Each time that I cock the pistol, I'm cocking it and I'm setting it up to go. You load the pellet in right here, in case you didn't know, 177 caliber pellet. And we've got some footage for you of a 177 caliber pellet, what that does to a target downrange. You'll see that at the end of the video here. But anyway, back to the particulars of the pistol. It has a fully adjustable rear sight with a little green fiber optic jabberdoos on there, and a pinkish reddish front fiber optic sight as well that is not so adjustable, but you can get a pretty decent sight picture with just the standard sights. And it is milled up here so that you can mount on your favorite optic if you want. Drill and tap that. What's hanging off the front here, this thing, let me try and get this off here, there we go. This is called a cocking aid. This is your pistol. This thing hanging off the front that I've been using is called a cocking aid. The reason it comes with a cocking aid is because this has like 25 pounds of cocking force, and look where you're putting your hand without the cocking aid. Putting the palm of your hand right here on this big, huge, ramped front sight. It's just the wrong place to... I've cocked it already so I can do this. But if I didn't, if I had to put 25 pounds of pressure with my hand and my palm on this, sorry, ouch, it's just in the wrong spot. So this cocking aid comes with it. You slip it up in here, oops. Took me a while to figure out how to put this thing on too, by the way. Slip that on like so. And now that gives you extra leverage when you go to cock it. There we go. That was really locked in place. It is a brand new pistol. I have not put 100 rounds down range yet, so it's going to require some break-in. The seal looks really good, brand new on that thing. Anyway, I like the pistol in that it doesn't require any CO2, and I can sit here with my pellets and plink all day long as I can cock the pistol. It is a little bit heavy to be a carry pistol of any kind to carry around with you in the trail, and it's also the wrong caliber to go hunting with. I've seen some questions in threads, can I hunt with it? Can I eliminate pests with it? No. Blacksheep would say, no. This pistol, not powerful enough to take pest. Sorry, I didn't mean to go Native American on you there. But no, we tested it out. You'll see the footage here. Why don't we roll that footage? Let us roll our B-roll footage to show you how much power, 177 caliber pellet. We've got the domed 7.9 Premiers from Crossman, and then I got the Devastator ones, you know, the little pointy suckers, the half dome 7.9s from Crossman. That's what we fired at the Gatorade bottle that you'll see right here. Cut.
Something happened.
It's on. Hit it. It's leaking.
Okay, as you can see, 177 is not really something you want to take on for pest control or hunting of any kind, even in a rifle. And in this, it's pretty anemic. It's rated, it says 625 feet per second. If you look at the Pyramid Air website or the Crossman website or whatnot, and that's talking about those lightweight pellets, not lead. With these, you're probably going to get about 5 and a quarter. From what I've seen, 500, 525 feet per second with 7.9 lead projectiles. And that, when you do the math, just does not equate to enough energy downrange to do anything humanely with even a pest. Unless, the stuff that pops in my head sometimes when I'm doing a video. When we were kids, and we had BB guns that were the same kind of deal. These were not, you couldn't humanely shoot a BB gun at a bird if you were a good kid. And most of us were good kids just doing bad things. But what we decided, at least in my little brain, we could shoot at, in the spring out here, especially certain seasons, not quite locust kind of season, but we would get grasshopper, almost locust, you know, 3-inch, 4-inch long monsters out there, and tons of them. And so there we are, as kids, you got BB guns you can't shoot birds with, but here's these 4-inch grasshoppers flying all over the place that just make perfect little targets. So that, I would say, would be the only thing you could shoot with one of these grasshoppers and not protected species. Just saying, you know, I know this video goes out all over the world, so I don't want some country, somebody down there in the rainforest shooting endangered grasshoppers because Blacksheep said it was cool. No, I was just referring to what I did as a child back in the day, back when America was free. No, but I digress. Back to the pistol. I think it's handy, and I think for 50 bucks you can't go wrong. I'm going to mention one other thing to you. Loading these tiny little pellets. 177 grain pellets are tiny little things. Here they are in the Mentos. Do not eat Mentos at my house. They could be pellets. But you can kind of see in my hand just how teeny tiny 177 is, especially compared to my big hands, right? So hard to load and deal with in the field. But there's this invention that people came up with called a pellet pen, or pellet loader. I got 2 of them to try out. One was the Crossman pellet loader. You can see I stuffed it right back into its little blister case here for a reason. I couldn't figure out how to use it. I never claimed I was a genius, but there are no instructions on this package, in this package. There's a whole bunch of warnings. You know, air guns are not toys, blah, blah, blah. It's a pellet loader. It's not even an air gun. Tell me how to put the pellets in it. So I did not use Mr. Crossman's pellet loader because I couldn't figure out how. The other one I bought was a pellet pen from Air Venturi. It comes in 177 caliber and 22 caliber, and this thing was brilliant. I got this at Dunham's for $14.99. Eventually, they didn't have it in stock. We had to find it. But this thing works brilliantly. You see I've got pellets loaded in here now. The black end is where the pellets come out, and this little thing just kind of pushes them along. I push that out. There goes a pellet. Well, we'll find it next time we vacuum in the front room, right, honey? Did you like your vacuum? You found it? Oh, there it is. Good job. Good job. But anyway, my point is this is very simple to load, even with my teeny pellet big finger problem. Pull this thing out. Don't swallow the pellet, kid. It is made of lead. Don't put pellets in your mouth. They're made of lead, children. Lead bad. Lead bad for you. I've been exposed to lead over the course of my life. Lots of lead, so me immune. No. Go with the Native American again. I'm sorry. I apologize to the Native Americans who may be watching. I don't know. Stuff just comes. I'm just kind of freeform like that. I'm sorry, I apologize. Anyway, you saw you put the pellet in real simple, push it like that, it loads into the breech of the pistol, and they hold in there without falling out. So, Air Venturi pellet pen, 2 thumbs up, guys. Made it real easy to load that thing. I have no problem. Crossman pellet loader, you guys need to either get some instructions or copy Air Venturi, because that was ridiculous. That is my review of the nitro piston Crossman air gun. You're going to see some range time eventually when we get some cooler weather outside. It's 89 million degrees out there right now with 120% humidity in Michigan. Typical beautiful summer day in Michigan. And happy Memorial Day to everybody out there. And to the troops, thank you for your service. We appreciate your service. Less than 1% of Americans actually get out there and serve in the armed forces. And we appreciate your service. It is you that that allow us to live the way that we do and keeping us free. So thank you for your service, guys. And ladies, didn't mean to say guys. Ladies in the service as well. I just don't have a lot of ladies viewers. I know what my analytics are. Anyway, that's it for that. Right now, we're going to take a break and have some hot dogs and some chips and celebrate Memorial Day. Thanks for watching, Black Sheep, and we'll see you next time.